Protect your home from home. Simple Caravan Insurance, sponsors of the Caravan Channel.
Now let's take a look at something that combines wide open spaces and lightweight towing. It's a Lunar Lexon. So welcome inside the Lunar Lexon 530, which is a model which was introduced about in the middle of last year, 2010. And I mentioned wide open spaces, and this is what I'm talking about. It's a 7'6" body shell, and this caravan really does make the most of that interior room. What's missing, that is in a lot of caravans, is a big divider here. A lot of caravans with a fixed bed put a divider in here with maybe a blind in it, somewhere to stand the television. That's not here, and that gives you the feeling of lots of interior space. Over on the work side of the galley, it's a nice big broad working area on the worktop, the standard Lunar 4-burner hob, and again these overhead lockers here with storage for mugs, plates and other bits of cutlery and crockery rather. Again, the broad work surface here means that access to that for little folk like myself is a little bit tight, a little bit difficult. And while I've got this locker door open, I'm going to ask Lunar to have a look at their catches. These catches are a bit antediluvian, really. They're very old-fashioned. And what they tend to do, they've got a little springy bit here, and what they tend to do, you go in for something, and they end up scratching your wrist, which is a pain in the wrist, to be honest. Aha! A very neat concertina divide between the living area and the sleeping area. And this is a large fixed bed. It does have the corner cut off, but look, there's plenty of room in this little alleyway for walking about. None of that side-to-side shuffling business going on. Lots of lockers with lots of space. A little bit difficult to get to. Big overhead skylight there, lots of natural light. Nice to look up at the stars while you're in bed. And lots of great ventilation as well. Of course, a big bed like this, it's for sleeping on and it's for storing things under. So let's lift this up. That really does reveal a cavern underneath. Lots of room for things like aqua rolls and wastewater containers. We mentioned before that all caravan design is a balance of compromises. And I love this caravan until we get to this door. And this is the door into the washroom. Not really a washroom, or a wash cupboard, to be honest. That's what you've got. It's a sealed unit, so you've got a shower and then step through that into the loo itself. There's a screen here which comes across to shield the toilet area from the shower, which is a good idea. And the back of the door seals against a rubber surround there to keep the water out. But then the second you step out of the shower, that door opens over a carpeted area in your bedroom. And it also swings back right against the hand wash basin with no kind of protection. I'd like to see maybe a little door stop or something on the back of there to stop that happening. Mentioning the little hand wash basin just outside the washroom door here, it's a big enough size, perfectly big enough size for just washing your hands, splashing your face, that sort of thing. You get a little cupboard underneath it, and this puzzles me a little bit. When you open the door, you're confronted by a shelf and a jumble of exposed pipes. Now, I'd like to see those pipes covered up. I don't really think that the bottom shelf there is much use with those on show. Just a little thing, but all these things count. Now, the Lunar Lexon 530 is a luxury van, and that's reflected in the price tag. It's a shade under £18,000. Well, that's a lot of money, but you do get a lot of van. This is a single axle van. I like it a lot. I like this sort of neutral oatmeal-y fabric that they've used here. Nice stripy stuff. I like the wood on the locker doors. I like the many lights, and I also like, I think I counted them, 5 different main sockets in this van. Very handy. And when you get outside, what do you find? Well, very nice chrome shiny alloys. At the front, a gas barbecue point, and at the back, an outside locker door that gives you access under the bed. So there you have the Lunar Lexon 530. Lots of room for 4 people, acres of space for 2 people. A really nice long weekend, well, long fortnight, long as you want really, in here. I wouldn't mind that at all, it'd be great. Let's have a look at the front. Well, nothing that much to talk about. These chrome grab handles do add a certain style though. I really like it. There you go. A shade under £18,000, yet a shade over 1,400 kilograms, which means it can be towed by a large family car. That's quite a clever little package.